Hi everyone, it's Andy from Hobby Headquarters. Today's video is about your opinions on a couple of ideas I have for the giant tank factory that I'm building up. So I thought I would share those with you today. This is just going to be a short video, but I think we'll have some fun along the way. So, let's get started. Okay guys, I wanted to share with you my idea of changing around part of the buildings on the diorama here and see what you guys think about it. So first of all, this morning I was gluing up together the very front of this big tall building, and you can see compared to the other one here, it's quite a bit larger, a whole nother story. And I went, let's see if I did this correctly, I glued the windows onto this side here, the window section of wall on here, just like this. And then we have this solid wall section right here that I glued on the other side. And while that was drying, I'm going to put this up here so I don't break it too. While that was drying, I started looking at the third building, which consists of this front here. And I had a kind of a wild, crazy idea that we can combine these two buildings together. I also started building up the fence here. We're going to get that out of the way. And let me show you what I'm talking about. This building is supposed to go off here, but I'm wondering how you guys would think this would look. So this would be like kind of like the office to this main building here. I have the walls and such, but what happened was I needed to move the window section of wall off here, so I broke all this apart. So that's what I'm doing right now. That's why everything's such a mess here. We're cleaning up all of the excess glue and plaster and stuff. Didn't damage anything, we just broke it apart before it completely dried. So based on this, I'll take this one, glue it to the other side here, so you'll have a set of windows. I want to see if I can stand this up too without knocking the whole thing over here. And then we'll glue this wall in the back over here, and then put this on just like this, and then of course build up the rest of this building here as well. So it'll look like a little office. Makes it even more impressive, I think, because now we have one really large scale building, a little bit larger than just this one here. Also, I've looked on RT Diorama too about getting the train stuff, and they do have a loading platform that we might be able to fit on here. But I want to obviously glue these buildings together first. So I'm thinking this is going to look pretty good like this. The extra roof, we'll be able to mate it nicely right into the side of this here. We'll have to just fill in a little bit in here, and I won't have to paint all of this wall here, but that'll give it stability. And thinking about it, I might do that, but I'm anxious to see what you guys think down in the comments down there. Or should we leave it as a third building? And since we're talking about ideas, I thought I would show you some of the other really cool products from RT Diorama and get your opinion on how or if we should even include that in our giant diorama. First thing I'm going to show you is the railroad platform and the railroad warehouse. Now obviously the platform is part of the warehouse, but you can also buy it separately, so we could extend it. But the little railroad warehouse is actually kind of cool because it's just a bunch of little small things. Obviously a tank is not going to be used on this, but this would be a great way of when they're unloading supplies to build these tanks, or even portions of the tank. We don't even really have to build a full tank factory. We could be the factory that just creates the tracks or the wheels or some other parts that make up the tank. Now as we go a little bit further here, we're going to take a look at the next train item, and it's the freight shed. And you can see they're using a very similar platform. It's not as solid, so it's not going to hold something super heavy, but it has like a rail doors on the end over here that you could even put your rail tracks going inside, or just ending it right there at the thing. So that would also work for a railroad diorama. Here's another one. This is really cool. Now this is actually just the building that I just built and painted completely, but this is 3 of them put together to create kind of a, well, they call it an industrial hangars, but God, that could be used for anything, and that could just be the opening doors to a giant warehouse factory floor. And after I saw that, I really got excited about that. That's really cool. That would be a great addition to add on to it. I mean, it's going to make it really, really large, and I don't know if we'd get a chance to use that, but I'm kind of excited about the opportunity of that. This is something that is definitely going to get added to. This is an industrial tank, and I think this would be perfect for a diorama like this. You can see it, they show it already in another factory setting in the middle of this picture here, but that industrial tank would look great. We can rust it up, and I think it's a necessity, especially for a pretty large looking factory. Any type of thing could be going inside there. And the last thing I want to show you guys are a couple of Sabre model rail cars that could fit into this diorama as well, especially if we do all the train stuff. This one right here is a German railway tank car. Now, it looks a little modern, but according to the artwork here, they said it was used from 1941 on, so it would definitely fit into our time period as long as we pick a tank that was produced after 1941. I'm also going to show you a few of the flatbed cars here, too, that Sabre makes. These are the lightweight ones, so these could hold anything from like trucks up to, I think, like a Stug Panzer III type vehicle, or lots and lots of cargo too. And they also make a box car as well that could also be used inside here for shipping. So lots of cool ideas that if we do the railway portion of it, we have lots of options that we can add on to this. So I want to hear from you guys. What do you think? What do you think we should add? The shed, the cars, or should we make a tank factory that's making smaller parts, or do we just do a tank factory that's producing smaller tanks? But lots of different options. I'm going to pull these doors off temporarily. I know a lot of you guys mentioned in the comments on the build of this here that you wanted to see the doors open, and I just want to let you know I didn't glue them on. I just put them in that position because they'll stay that way. But one quick thing that I didn't realize, and it wasn't until afterward I started digging through the box and I found another piece of plaster or ceramic here. And I was like, what the heck is this? And then it dawned on me, it is the other portion of this building here that's going to go like this. It's supposed to be the cutoff of another set of windows and doors, or excuse me, another windows and walls, because this building continues on because it's cut on the angle. So I will have to go back and paint that up, get it all done. And also too, I've decided to take the work light here like this, and we're going to mount that right here in the middle of the warehouse or the factory opening. I've also had some other good ideas from you guys too. A few things that we want to do. There is someone said that there is a flickering effect. It looks like a guy welding that'll like flash on and off that we can put inside there. And I'm also going to do a little attempt of trying to do some lighting inside some of the buildings here. Even if it's just to illuminate just the fronts or the windows, some little LEDs, and wire it all up to the board once we get that going on there. So it gives you a little idea of what is happening. And also, I've started to just do the really rough base coat on this here, the big smokestack, and I've glued these three together, and I know you probably won't be able to see it on camera once I put all three together, unless I do this, and you can see how massive. Yeah, look at that. That is going to be so cool having that big giant tower on it. I'm going to pull it back down here because I want to show you these. So we have all of the doors to this, as well as piping, that we will be able to hook up the piping, and it'll look like the piping is going from that into the building. I don't know if this is water or steam or whatever it is right there that's running the equipment, but I think it's going to look really, really cool on that diorama there. So there's a quick little update on this. I want to hear your opinion now. What do you guys think? Should we go ahead and combine the two buildings together and make one building bigger, like an office, like I said? We'll put like this over here. Or should I just go ahead and break the two buildings apart and separate? One other quick thing too, that little spare section over there that's going to be the office only is the sidewalls are only partial. You can see it looks like it's damaged or anything, but it's supposed to be just like the cutoff because it's going to disappear off the edge of the diorama. So this is the bottom one, and this is the top one that goes like up in here like this. And those two would get mated together, and this will get together too. And then of course I have all the roofing sections for all of this here. So there you go. Let me hear down in the comments down below what you think I should do, and we'll discuss this further. And if you guys like these little update videos, they just take a couple of minutes, kind of fill you guys in on what's happening, what's going through my mind as I build this. If you do, leave that comment down below too, and I'll keep making these. Like, you know, every couple of days we'll do a little update of how the build is going. So I want to take this opportunity to thank you as always, and please stay tuned because I have many more videos coming.